I always think about them as a group is like, I think we were talking earlier about the problem with them as
Hmm.
far as imaging and things like that. And then it was so many groups at the time that
Yeah.
was really like popping in. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Between
Hmm.
90 and 93, our groups was ridiculous, female and male. Like
It was
it was
crazy.
crazy. Like you had your pick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you really had your pick because it
Hmm.
was like Shy kind of was like again, how we talk, we said you got one of the dudes just wearing like some jeans and the 8 ball jacket and some jeans, but then you got a other dude that's wearing a suit. It was just
Hmm.
like it was off, but again, they were different for
Yeah.
real. And I
Hmm.
always felt like they could have been, if they would have kept this going and
Hmm.
everything would have been right. I swear they could have been, speaking of, I swear by all, One for All, that could have been a song for them. And as big as that song was, that got them a Grammy and all of that, I think that could have been their lane. And with a song like Together Forever, it would make sense. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I really felt like they could have been the All for One in 93, 94. Because that's what I feel like if they progression would have kept going like that, that could have been them. And they could have got the
Mm.
big exposure that
Okay.
All for One got that Shy never really received. You know what I mean? That crossover really
That
appealed
going to
like
that
they
pop
did.
era. Okay.
Yes, I think
Okay.
if they would have
Okay.
kept it, they could have kept going like that for
Mm.
me.
If I guess if they would have imaged them as softer, because I mean they weren't hard or anything. I don't mean in that way, but like
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But we kind of talk about the gimmick, and the gimmick for All for One was that it was this multicultural group, and
Multicultural.
that
Ah,
was
you're
part of what
right.
was the
Yes.
buzz about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
you're
That was
right.
part of it.
even
Yeah.
with them, they weren't they were able to kind of they had this kind of sit in the middle too. Because they weren't R&B enough, but then they
Mm-hmm.
weren't pop enough. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of sit in the middle and is which way do I go? But
Right.
it also reminds me of Color Me Bad. Think,
Ah.
think, think about Color Me Bad. You have multicultural
Uh-huh.
who played in the lane of I want to sex you up. That is R&B to the fullest. You can't even. That's R&B. It was on the New Jack City
Swing. New
soundtrack
Jack
and
City. That's right. That's
like
right. That's right. That's right.
big. But then you got the All for One. Then they give you a couple songs, but then their mega songs are the pop songs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's really
But
damn.
then
I didn't think about that.
do you take the four guys who were at a HBCU
Mm-hmm.
black culture on them?
Mm-hmm.
I think one is from Louisiana. I know Mark is
Yep.
from Miami, and the other ones are from I think your area, the DMV
DC.
area.
Yes.
All black.
Yeah.
Could they do pop?
Ooh. That
I mean,
is.
just like, is it natural for them to just come out and do the pop?
I think what could have done is they could have really kind of put them in. Okay, what I think is it could have been a difference of what Boys the Men was on Cooley Eye Harmony and what they were different on two. The suits
Okay.
changed from Cooley Eye Harmony to
Mm.
two. The suits were
Yes.
different. And I
Hmm.
think Shy was wearing the Boys the Men two suits before they were to
Okay.
me. Because if you go on and look on a lot of interviews that they did with like Arsenio and all that, they're wearing that. Look at the Baby
Hmm.
I'm Yours video and what Garfield is wearing in that. He's wearing and when they're in them white,
Yeah.
linen. Was
Yep.
it linen? I'm not sure. See, Boys and Men did the linen on too, so
Yes.
they could have had that, and they could have had
Mm.
them as the wedding singers with a song like this.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then give them like the Baby I'm Yours, because that is my favorite Shy record. And
It's
you
a good
could
song.
give them like an up tempo like that. But like you said, it kept them in the middle because it was R&B, but it was still popish. That's why them
Okay.
songs were able to cross over for real.
Got you.
And I think
Got you.
if they would have done that with them, they could have kept it going. but I think they just didn't have they didn't know the right imaging with them. And I think that kind of stopped them. And then they had other issues.
You know what's funny? When you look at when you look at a Jodeci, look who helped guide them at the beginning. So you had Albie Shore, you had Puff. Look at Michael Bivins. He was able to guide, and they already had the vision. Even look at Silk. They had Keith Sweat. H-Town had Luke. So it seemed like a lot of them that continued to move forward, they had that person or some, they had like a backing that was who was already there. Even like a Levert, you got the daddy. So
right.
they had that, and then you know, they had someone in their corner, I guess we could say, to kind of help guide them.